Kilo November 4, Sierra Mike Oscar.
Sierra Mike Oscar, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Sierra Mike Oscar, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
My name is Scott, and I'm not sure you got my call right. Kilo November 4, Sierra Mike Oscar.
Sierra Mike Oscar, Roger. I thought that's what I said. I'm just repeating the latter half for expediency. What radio are you running, Scott?
What radio are you running, Scott?
FT-991A. I have the Heil Pro 17 set. All of my what the recommendation is from the Heil website. I am set up currently for the DX. I have the DX mic on, and my bandpass filter is set at between 400 and 2600 hertz. Over.
Roger. Now, we recommend that you run that radio in the widest response bandpass possible, mainly looking at 100 to 2900. When you start reducing your bandpass, the first thing you lose is the top end intelligibility in your transmit, and you don't want to do that because when you're in a pileup or when you're under somebody's noise level, you want all of the articulation that you can muster so they can hear what you're saying. They can hear the words, not just your voice. And not a lot of times, if you're not running a very articulated audio, then all they can hear is this kind of blur noise. It sounds like a voice underneath the noise or in the QRM pileup. So what you want to do is to keep as much articulation as you can on your radio. So which means trying to run that radio 100 to 2900, Roger.
100 to 2900, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I've just changed it to 100 to 2900. Does that sound better for contesting of the pileup to you? Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have a sharp EQ going, but if you roll it off by reducing your bandpass, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So I think the way you are now, you are taking full advantage of your radio and the EQ and the whole shebang, Roger.
And the EQ and the whole shebang, Roger.
Roger, Roger. So I've given you two different tests, so I'll be able to check that on your channel. Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But the main thing is also that you try to maintain your ALC at mid-scale to 2/3, because as much as you would like to bang on out there, you still want to try to maintain a 3 dB dynamic range, because that dynamic range helps also in your intelligibility. You can get such thing as too loud. That is, if you hit your ALC too hard and you reduce your dynamic range to about a dB, that becomes like blurry. You're loud, but you're blurry, so therefore it's taking away from your intelligibility, Roger.
From your intelligibility, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Okay, I will reduce my ALC a little bit. I'm right at the recommended level, what I thought is between 7 and 9. Over.
Roger. Well, our normal generic setup is mid-scale to 2/3 on the ALC. We run the compressor at a 3, and we suggest running the compressor at a 3, and then move to your ALC and set up through mic gain your ALC to be running mid-scale to 2/3.
To be running mid-scale to 2/3.
Roger, Roger. Okay, I'm backing it off a little bit as we speak. Is that better? Sound a little clear? Let's see here. A little better or a little worse? Over.
Not quite 3 dB dynamic range, about 4. So you could be just a little hotter into your ALC. You don't want to be into the red on your ALC, but you want to be running between mid-scale and 2/3.
In mid-scale and 2/3.
Roger. Now, you might check your frequency. I think you might have bounced off frequency just a tad. I'm not sure. Or you changed your voice. I'm not real sure.
I'm not real sure.
I bumped the frequency dial. So does this sound a little better or worse? Over.
Oh, that sounds good. You were off slightly, Roger.
You were off slightly, Roger.
Does this sound a little better to you? Over.
Yes, sir. I think you've got it right there. I think you've nailed it. I would have a buying committee on that for sure. It looks to be about a 3 dB dynamic range, Roger.
A 3 dB dynamic range, Roger.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I appreciate it. I'll let you get on to somebody else. 73s. I'll look for the call on or the recording and check it out in a couple days. Thanks so much. KN4SMO clear.
Roger, Scott. And what's your location again, please?
Roger, Scott. And what's your location again, please?
I'm in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. Over. Roger.
And your radio one more time?
Roger. And your radio one more time?
Yaesu FT-991 Alpha.
Roger, Scott. Thank you, sir. 3s to you, and have a great weekend. And again, you know the drill about getting to YouTube and our Qso-Vlog page.
YouTube and our Qso-Vlog page.
Sure, I'll find it. No problem.
Roger, Roger. The magic number is 7/24/20. Today's date. My group aircheck 7/24/20. 3s to you, Scott. Thanks for dropping by. And if you get a chance, join us next Friday when we do this thing again. Have a great weekend. This is KC9VKV. If you've got a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.